Good evening, everyone, and good evening to you, sir. I'm Karen Kate Alconyado. Together with my partner, Mr. Jake Landisa, we will be discussing about the digestion and nutrition in animals. So first, what is digestion? Digestion is the process by which the body breaks down food into smaller, absorbable components. It involves mechanical and chemical process in the digestive system, primarily occurring in the stomach and intestines to extract nutrients for energy and growth. Digestion is the intricate process by which our body breaks down food into smaller and absorbable components. It begins in the mouth with a mechanical and chemical breakdown, wherein it continues in the stomach where the enzymes further dismantle the food, and culminates in the small intestine where the nutrients are being absorbed into the bloodstream. This systematic breakdown it allows our body to extract essential elements for energy, growth, and overall sustenance, demonstrating the marvel of physiological efficiency in the nutrient assimilation. How does it work? The integrate process of digestion transforms food into nutrients that the body can use. Salivary enzymes initiate the process of glucose breakdown into the mouth. Food is further broken down by acid and enzymes in the stomach. So the majority in nutritional absorption takes place in the small intestine, and it is made by possible bile from the liver and the pancreatic enzymes. The large intestine receives the remaining undigested material where it is absorbed along with water and forms excrement. The rectum and anus then get rid of this waste. So now let us proceed to the main topic, which is the animal digestion. Animal digestion is the process by which animals break down ingested food into smaller, absorbable molecules that can be utilized by the body. Digestion in animals is a biological process through which ingested food is broken down into simpler substances that can be absorbed and utilized by the body. It typically involves the mechanical and chemical process, starting with the chewing in the mouth and continuing it with the action of digestive enzymes in the stomach and intestines. In herbivores, specialized digestive systems are adapted for breaking down plant cellulose, while in carnivores, have systems suited for processing animal proteins. The nutrients that is being released during the digestion are then being absorbed by the animal's body for energy, growth, and maintenance of bodily functions. The undigested residues are expelled as waste. The efficiency and specifics of the digestive process can vary among different animal species based on their diet and evolutionary adaptations. So in the picture, human and chimpanzee have similarities in their digestive systems as both are omnivores with a digestive tract that is adapted to process a variety of foods. Both species have a relatively simple stomach and a long, small intestine, which allows for the efficient absorption of the nutrients. Chimpanzee, like humans, have a similar set of teeth for processing a mixed diet of fruits, leaves, seeds, and occasionally meat. Additionally, both species have enzymes in their saliva that aid in the initial breakdown of carbohydrates. While there are general similarities, specific dietary preferences and adaptations can differ due to environmental factors and evolutionary pressures on both species. Next is the stages of animal digestion. It has five stages. First is the ingestions. Take food into the digestive system, usually through the mouth. Ingestion is the initial stage of the digestive process in animals, marking the entry of food into the digestive system, wherein it typically begins with the voluntary act of taking food into the mouth. The significance of ingestion lies in its role as the starting point for digestion, setting the groundwork for subsequent mechanical and chemical processes. So during ingestion, mechanical actions like chewing and grinding break down food into smaller, which is more manageable for animals. Next is the saliva secretion. Salivary glands release enzymes like amylase initiating the chemical breakdown of the carbohydrates. Ingestion is a crucial stage that prepares the ingested material for further digestion, ensuring that food is in a form of suitable for the subsequent processes in the digestive tract. Second stage of animal digestion is the digestion. It has two digestion, which are the mechanical digestion and the chemical digestion. Digestion is a complex biological process that transforms ingested food into absorbable nutrients, providing the body with essential elements for energy, growth, and maintenance. This integrate journey begins with a mechanical breakdown through chewing and continues with a chemical digestion in the stomach, where the enzymes act on the food. The small intestine then absorbs nutrients like sugar and amino acids into the bloodstream, while the large intestine it absorbs water and electrolytes forming feces. This systematic breakdown it allows the body to extract valuable components from food, demonstrating the efficiency of physiological mechanisms. The undigested remnants are eventually expelled through the defecation. In essence, digestion is a vital process that ensures the body's access to nutrients crucial for its survival and functioning. Next is absorption. Absorption is a pivotal physiological process in which the body takes up nutrients from the digested food into the bloodstream. Primarily occurring in the small intestine, absorption involves the transfer of essential elements such as sugars, amino acid, fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals from the digestive tract into the circulatory system. Key points about absorption includes the surface area maximization, which the small intestine is equipped with a villi and microvilli, increasing its surface area for efficient absorption. Selective transport is a specialized transport mechanisms that facilitate the absorption of different nutrients according to the body's need. And last is the bloodstream integration. Once absorbed, nutrients enter the bloodstream and it is being transported to various cells and tissues for energy production, growth, and maintenance. Absorption is a crucial step in the digestive process, bridging the gap between the breakdown of complex molecules during the digestion and their utilization by the body for essential functions. So fourth is assimilation. Assimilation is the biological process by which the body incorporates absorbed nutrients into its cells and tissues for various physiological functions. So, following the absorption of nutrients into the bloodstream, assimilation involves their utilization by cells for energy production, growth, repair, and its maintenance. Some key aspects of assimilation includes the cellular uptake, which the nutrients such as glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids are taken up by cells through specific transport mechanisms. The metabolic integration, assimilated nutrients participate in cellular metabolism, contributing to processes like ATP synthesis, protein synthesis, and the formation of cell structures. And last is the tissue growth and repair. Assimilated nutrients plays a crucial role in the development of new tissues and the repair of damaged ones. Assimilation is the culmination of the digestive process. It ensures that the body effectively transforms absorbed nutrients into the building blocks and energy required for its overall functions and well-being. Lastly is the digestion. Digestion is the process by which the undigested and unabsorbed materials, includes indigestible remnants of food, are eliminated from the body as waste. This final stage of the digestive process occurs primarily in the large intestine, and it involves the formation and expulsion of feces. Some key aspects of digestion includes the formation of feces, wherein in the large intestine, the water is absorbed from the remaining material, solidifying it into feces. The elimination, which fecal matter is then transported to the rectum and expelled from the body through the anus during the act of defecation. And last is the removal of indigestible substances. Digestion ensures the removal of substances that the body could not digest or absorb. Digestion is a vital aspect of maintaining the digestive health and preventing the accumulation of waste materials in the body. It represents the final steps in the journey of ingested food, completing the cycle of the digestive processes. Animals obtain their nutrition from the consumption of other organisms. Depending on their diet, animals can be classified into the following categories: the plant eaters or the herbivores, the meat eaters, the carnivores, and those that eat both plants and animals, which is the omnivores. The nutrients and macromolecules present in food are not immediately accessible to the cells. There are numbers of processes that modify food within the animal body in order to make the nutrients and organic molecules accessible for cellular functions. As animals evolve in complexity of form and function, their digestive systems have also evolved to accommodate their various dietary needs. First is the herbivores. Herbivores are animals whose primary food source is plant-based. Example of herbivores, it includes the vertebrates like deer, koalas, and some bird species, as well as invertebrates such as crickets and caterpillars. These animals have evolved digestive systems that is capable of handling large amounts of plant material. Herbivores can be further classified into frugivores or the fruit eaters, the granivores, the seed eaters, nectivores, the nectar feeders, and folivores, the leaf eaters. Next is the carnivores. Carnivores are animals that eat other animals. The word carnivore is derived from the Latin, which means meat eater. Wild cats, such as lions and tigers, are examples of vertebrate carnivores, as are snakes and sharks, while invertebrate carnivores include sea stars, spiders, and ladybugs. Obligate carnivores are those that rely entirely on animal flesh to obtain their nutrients. Examples of obligate carnivores are the members of the cat family, such as lions and the cheetahs. Facultative carnivores are those that also eat non-animal food in addition to animal food. Note that there is no clear line that differentiates facultative carnivores from the omnivores. Dogs would be considered as facultative carnivores. Last is the omnivores. Omnivores are animals that eat both plant and animal derived food. In Latin, omnivore means to eat everything. Humans, bears, and chickens are examples of vertebrate omnivores, while invertebrate omnivores, it includes cockroaches and crayfish. Omnivores are organisms that have a diet which includes a variety of food sources, both plant and animal based, unlike herbivores, which primarily consume plants, and the carnivores that primarily consume meat. Omnivores have a more diverse diet. Humans, bears, pigs, and chimpanzees are examples of omnivores. This dietary flexibility, it allows them to obtain nutrients from a range of sources. Next is the relationship of digestion in animals in psychology. The relationship between digestion in animals and psychology is often explored through the concept of the gut brain axis. This bidirectional communication systems, it involves interactions between the gastrointestinal tract and the central nervous system. The gut, with its enteric nervous system, it can influence emotional and cognitive processes, while psychological factors can in turn impact the digestive functions. For example, is stress and emotions can affect digestion by altering the movement of the gastrointestinal tract and influencing the secretion of digestive juices. Conversely, the gut microbiota, which plays a role in digestion, has been linked to mood and behavior. Understanding this connection, it highlights the holistic nature of health, emphasizing how psychological factors can impact digestive processes and conversely how the digestive health can influence mental well-being. So, in conclusion, digestion in animals is a marvelously integrated process that unfolds in stages, resembling a symphony of physiological events. As the gastronomic overture begins with the initial breakdown of food through chewing and the action of the digestive enzymes, the subsequent acts unfold within the alimentary canal. So, as the nutrients traverse this digestive stage, the, the denouement occurs during the absorption phase, which is a pivotal aspect of the narrative. The proverbial curtain descends as the absorbed nutrients, having undergone the meticulous choreography of the enzymatic reactions, reach its final destination, which is the intestinal walls. So, for closure, digestion thus becomes an exquisite amalgamation of orchestrated biochemical processes. This denouement is not merely the cessation of a physiological sequence, but a seamless integration of nutrient assimilation into the organism's metabolic tapestry. In this integrate biological theater, the digestive finale ensures that the nutrients take the center stage and ready to fuel the organism's ongoing life performance. Thank you for listening. Next is the nutrition in animals, which will be discussed by Mr. Jake Landisa.
Hello, good day, and now we'll talk about the nutrition in animals. Nutrition refers to the activities by which living things obtain raw materials from the environment and transports them into their cells. The cells metabolize these raw materials and synthesize structural component enzymes, energy-rich compounds, and other biologically important substances. All the elements and compounds taken into a living thing are nutrients. Animals' feeding behavior and nutritional requirements. Feeding behavior. Any action of an animal that is directed toward the procurement of nutrients. Grazing. Grazing is the continuous consumption of small amounts. This is common in herbivores like cows and sheep, which graze on grasses and other vegetation. Grazing animals often have specialized teeth for efficient grinding of plant materials. Next is hunting. Hunting is the active pursuit and capture of prey, common in carnivores. Predatory animals like lions and wolves and eagles often engage in hunting. Hunting animals possess sharp teeth, strong jaws, and heightened senses for effective hunting. Next is scavenging. Consumption of already dead animals, often foraged rather than actively hunted. Examples of scavenger animals include vultures, hyenas, and certain species of beetles. Scavengers adapted to locate and consume carcasses, often with specialized digestive enzymes. Next is sucking. Sucking is drawing in liquids or semi-liquid substances from other organisms. Mosquitoes sucks blood from from other animals, and butterflies are feeding on nectar by sucking it from the flower. Morphological adaptations like specialized mouthparts are efficient for sucking. Nutritional requirements. The nutritional requirements of most animals are relatively extensive and complex compared with the simple requirements of plants. The nutrients used by animals include carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acid, proteins, minerals, and vitamins. Carbohydrates are the basic source of energy for all animals. Animals obtain their carbohydrates from the external environment, compared with plants which synthesize carbohydrates by photosynthesis. About one half to two-thirds of total calories every animal consumes daily are from carbohydrates. Glucose is a type of sugar, which is the carbohydrate most often used as an energy source. This monosaccharide is metabolized during cellular respiration, and part of the energy is used to synthesize adenosine triphosphate or ATP. Other useful carbohydrates are maltose, lactose, sucrose, and starch. Next, lipids are used to form cellular and other organelle membranes, the sheets surrounding nerve fibers, and certain hormones. One type of lipids are fats and are extremely useful energy sources. Next is nucleic acid. Nucleic acids are used for construction of rDNA, RNA, and ATP. Animals obtain their nucleic acid from plants and animal tissues, especially from cells that contain nuclei. During digestion, nucleic acids are broken down into nucleotides, which are absorbed into the cells. Proteins. Proteins form the framework of the animal body. Proteins are essential components of the cytoplasm membranes and organelles. They are also the major components of muscle, ligaments, and tendons, and they are essential substance of enzymes. Proteins are composed of 20 kinds of amino acids. Although many amino acids can be synthesized, many others must be supplied in the diet. During digestion, proteins are broken down into their constituent amino acids, which are absorbed into the body. Next is minerals. Minerals are those elements on the earth and in foods that our bodies need to develop and function normally. Among the minerals required by animals are phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, magnesium, and zinc. Animals usually obtain these minerals when they consume plants. Vitamins. Vitamins are organic compounds essential in trace amounts to the health of animals. Vitamins can be water-soluble or fat-soluble. Water-soluble vitamins must be consumed frequently while fat-soluble vitamins are stored in the liver in fat droplets. Among the many essential vitamins are vitamin A for good vision, B for substances used in cellular respiration, and vitamin D to assist calcium absorption in the body. Relationship psychology. Nutrition and mental health are related to each other, and the relationship between them is called the nutritional psychology. Nutritional psychology explores the link between diet and mental health. It examines how food choices and nutritional status impact cognitive function, mood, and overall well-being. Research suggests a connection between a balanced diet rich in nutrients and improve mental health outcomes. Dietary patterns may influence neurotransmitters and inflammation, playing a role in conditions like depression and anxiety. That's all for my report. Thank you.